Hello and welcome to this month's Team Brief podcast, and today we are doing the podcast from Ward 15, which is our vascular ward on the Preston site, and we're here today in the vascular inpatient seating area, and I'm here because the team did something rather fantastic. They came in at a weekend and together the whole team worked to create this really nice vascular lounge for our inpatients. And they raised money through cake sales and a variety of things and raised £800. So today I'm here with Emma and Lisa, and I wanted to ask them what made them think of the idea. So why did you do it?
Well, we had this big unused space that used to be a secretary's room, and it was quite dark and dingy, wallpaper was falling off, and we had nowhere to hold our VIP support group. So the staff raised the money and painted the walls themselves.
And what benefit does it have for our patients?
Well, every week we hold our support group for our amputees. We recognised a gap in the service that we don't have that for our amputees, and they have this lovely room. We have a lot of patients that are out of area, so they're relatives as well, and have this nice area to come and sit in.
Lovely. And what about the companionship for patients? Because I think they have their lunch in here as well, don't they?
They do. Emma and the team are strongly encouraging that during the day, and when lunches arrive, patients are already seated in here ready. Not all the patients use it as a dining room. We do have to encourage it because it's so much easier for them to stay by the bedside. But yeah, it's been well used, which is really great to see.
Fantastic, and something that we know has massive benefits for patients, and something that we would like to roll out across the rest of the trust if we could. So have you had a chance to ask your patients what they think of it?
Yeah, we have. We've got some really positive feedback, and a lot of the feedback is that a lot of our patients are coming from Barrow or Wigan, and it's an area that they can come with their relatives and spend some time in here away from the bedside, to be able to have those chats with family and friends, which is really, really good. And the VIP support group has had excellent feedback as well. We've set different topics for each week, so a couple of weeks ago we did how to drive, so looking at driving post-amputee and the difficulties they'll face when they're discharged. And last week was wound care, so the tissue viability nurse came to that session and talked about wound care post-discharge. So it's been really good and really positive feedback.
Fantastic. And a huge thanks to you and your team, because I know you put in a lot of effort in your own time to do this and to come and decorate it by yourself. So that was really well done. So thank you both very much indeed.
Thank you.
So we've just seen a great example of how our staff go the extra mile to help our patients. And while we're talking about making a difference, I want you all to have a think about what you can do for NHS Change Day, which is happening in October. It's an opportunity for you and your team to demonstrate how you have or plan to make a difference by making a change. NHS Change Day is the biggest day of collective action for improvement in the history of the NHS. So get thinking about what ideas you have and what you want to change. And I'll be sharing more details about this as we get closer to the day. Okay, so next I want to give you an update about the emergency department at Chorley. As you know, in April, the emergency department at Chorley Hospital was temporarily replaced by an urgent care centre because we didn't have enough middle grade doctors to provide an emergency department service at both sites. Now, since then, we have been doing everything we can to recruit enough middle grade doctors to enable it to be reinstated. We're continuing to actively seek permanent and temporary staff, and a number of locum doctors have been booked to start a trial with us to make sure they've got the required skills to work in our emergency departments. Those locums who successfully complete their trial period, which tests their competence and suitability, are being offered both long-term contracts and/or a substantive position. We're continuing our overseas recruitment drive, and we're looking at offering positions to 2 doctors from abroad. We're currently looking at the logistics and the eligibility for them to come and work here. Health Education North West has confirmed that we will be allocated doctors in August. The allocation will also include trainees who will have taken their final exams by August, and they will be eligible to apply for consultant posts at any hospital. So just at the moment, we're not able to confirm a definitive projected staffing position for August, We will make sure that we give you a much more detailed update about whether or not we can open the department again in August when we have the right amount of information. Please do look on the homepage of the intranet for further updates. Our Medical Director Mark Pugh and our Operations Director Suzanne Hargreaves are holding an open forum for staff to go along and talk to them about the situation at Chorley Emergency Department. They will be in Seminar Room A at the Education Centre at Chorley tomorrow between 11 and 12 to answer any questions. The Care Quality Commission has announced that they will be carrying out a full inspection of our hospitals at the end of September. The CQC is the equivalent of Ofsted for healthcare. They are our regulators and it is a legal requirement for them to be allowed to inspect hospitals. There will be about 40 people on site during the 3-day inspection and they will have access to all areas and further information will be provided on the intranet. Now, just a quick update about the Our Health, Our Care programme. As we're all well aware, a number of challenges are on the horizon, such as an ageing population, people living with multiple or more complex conditions, an ever-increasing demand on hospital services and financial pressures. So we've been reviewing how we provide hospital services to develop a master plan so that we're sustainable for the future and we can continue to provide safe, effective and high quality care. We're working alongside our commissioners and other local partner organisations to build on the work that we've already done, because hospitals are only one part of an overall health and care system. This wider transformation programme involving our partners is called Our Health, Our Care, and it brings together all of the different health and care organisations in central Lancashire so that together we develop a new model where each element of the system works together effectively in the best interests of our patients and our local communities. This programme is the chance to have your say and influence change that will improve acute services for you, our patients, your family, your friends and our future generations. A number of exciting new opportunities are available to our staff as part of Our Health, Our Care. So to register your interest in becoming further involved in the programme, please contact Lisa Roberts, the programme coordinator. Now let's take a quick look at our performance figures. Last month we achieved our harm-free care target, which is a fantastic result. We also achieved great results in terms of patient experience for our inpatients and day case patients. Unfortunately, we still missed our 4-hour standard for ED. However, we really have seen an improvement compared to the last few months, so we're definitely moving back in the right direction. You can find more detailed information about our performance figures in the Word version of Team Brief. And while we're on the subject of standards, I just wanted to remind you about the standards that we expect from every single member of staff who comes into contact with our patients. We need to constantly deliver excellent care to our patients to ensure that those in our care are safe, have confidence in us and the care and treatment that we provide. We need to work as a team to ensure we provide the same standards and take personal responsibility to challenge unacceptable or inappropriate behaviour or practices rather than pretending we haven't noticed them in the hope that someone else will sort it out. This is your opportunity to take action now. We must make sure that every single one of us follows these rules for every single one of our patients. Now, as you know, we've all been working extremely hard to make efficiency savings, and many of you have come up with some really brilliant ideas about how we can work more effectively while saving money. We're currently in the process of surveying every room across both hospital sites to ensure that our best space is being used in the best possible way. This includes both clinical and non-clinical areas. We know that within our organisation, space is not being used effectively or appropriately. Space is a very expensive commodity, and this results in unnecessary costs in terms of lighting, heating, IT and domestic services, to name a few. Equally, if staff are asked to work in cramped, unventilated and inappropriate accommodation, this affects morale, work experience, and we are seeking to improve that. Ensuring that our space is fully and appropriately utilised with the right staff being in the right place at the right time is something that is within our gift to do. It's also important to be near to teams who you work with regularly and who you can't do your job without. Firstly, we need an accurate record of how the space is being used. So the survey team will be visiting every room with floor plans. They will then analyse the information with the relevant management representative from each area. In the future, we need to keep this information up to date, and to help us do this, a space request or change of use form will be available on the intranet. Following the survey, all department leads will be sent a summary for comments. If anyone has any suggestions for change of use of any areas, please email the business delivery team. And while we're talking about working more effectively, our technology services team has procured a new integration system called HealthShare to support our vision to be paper-free by 2020. The HealthShare platform will allow IT systems to be linked together to share patient information, including contact details and pathology results. Our organisational development team has launched a Leadership at Lunch series aimed at career development. The lunchtime sessions are open to all staff, and they cover topics such as managing stress and having difficult conversations. The team is also producing video versions of the sessions so that you can still watch them even if you miss the session. The first session is live on the intranet now, so to book onto any of the classroom sessions, please contact the training and booking team. We're also on the lookout for health and wellbeing champions. If you feel ready to take on a new challenge and you're passionate about supporting the health and wellbeing of our staff, then we want to hear from you. You decide how much time you can give to this voluntary role, perhaps taking part in health promotion events, passing on information to colleagues about activities or gathering their feedback, generating and developing ideas, or taking part in focus groups. To register your interest, please contact the Health and Wellbeing Project Administrator. And finally, congratulations to our catering team who've won a Northwest Catering Award. The team have been given the award for a range of new ideas and initiatives that they've introduced, including afternoon tea parties for dementia patients, themed menus for events such as Valentine's and Halloween, and encouraging younger patients to make healthy fruit salad and smoothies. Our catering department also achieved good results in the PLACE survey, and they've put processes in place to improve relationships with staff on the wards to help reduce food waste. Huge thanks to them, really well done. And that's the end of this month's podcast. Thank you for watching, and please do join me again next time.